Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to 2025.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. It's good to see everybody back here. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. This is nice. 2 weeks where we got an extra week this time coming out of the New Year holiday before drill.
It wasn't the first weekend.
It wasn't the first weekend right out of
year.
the holiday. Yeah. So that was nice. We got some extra time to get this year started because we are breaking right into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
This drill, this year, this month.
Why would we do anything different?
No.
We are just charging through.
Go heavy or go home. So this drill, we have a mission generation exercise.
What does that mean?
With the ARGs. So they're going to practice generating aircraft and generating them quickly and correctly.
Is that part of the NORI?
I believe it is part of practicing for the NORI and polishing up those skills prior to our nuclear operational readiness inspection here in a couple months. In a couple months, just like that. In addition to that, we have TFAT training. Total force awareness training.
TFAT.
We started this last year, and I know a lot of wings do it across the total force. It's to get some of that annual training done. That takes a lot of time, but is crucial for our readiness. So stuff like CUI training, OPSEC, suicide awareness, SAPR, all of those extremely important trainings, they want us to get those done right at the beginning of the year, so we're good all year.
Okay.
Because a lot of those trainings, actually, I think all of the ones I just mentioned, you become due for them 1 January.
Yeah, even if you took it in November, December.
Exactly. So this is a good opportunity just to get green and maintain that green status the rest of the year.
Will that be taking place during the aircraft generation?
It will. So portions of the unit will be taking part in the mission generation exercise, and the other portion of the unit will be taking part in TFAT training. So we're going to be busy front end to back end over drill, and then we'll also be getting ready for Winter Strike. Northern Strike 25-1 will be coming up here in a couple weeks, so we have some folks getting ready for that.
Yeah.
And
already starting the exercise season.
I know. I love it. I love it. So starting the year strong, and we went out fairly strong, I would say, last drill. We had our hands full.
Yes.
So
you had your hands full for sure.
I did. I just woke up from that, I think. We had our Outstanding Airmen of the Year ceremony.
We did.
And winners. So big congrats to them. Do we have a list of who it was?
We do. Are we going to scroll?
Who did win?
Are we going to do this like credit style?
We should. We could.
Photos. Our Airman of the Year was Senior Airman Chloe Morgan with the 127th Medical Group. Our NCO of the Year was Tech Sergeant Mike Danger from the Mission Support Group. Senior Non-Commissioned Officer of the Year, Master Sergeant Jeremy Mosley from the Maintenance Group. First Sergeant of the Year, Master Sergeant Chris Parteka from the Maintenance Group as well. Our CGO of the Year was Captain Retzer from the ARG. Our Honor Guard member, and this got me a little verklempt, as we say, but they honored Tech Sergeant Eric Kim posthumously. He won the Honor Guard of the Year award, and that was accepted by his brother.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, that was really sweet. Civilian Employee of the Year was Philip Olchek with the Mission Support Group. He works for the fire department. Right. Civilian Manager of the Year, Cody McDonald with the Mission Support Group, also with CE. And the State Employee of the Year, Kevin Visnick, also with the Mission Support Group and CE. Oh, and the Commander's Trophy.
The Commander's Trophy,
went to Major Craig Lose for directing the air show and open house.
All right.
Yeah, congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations to them, and congratulations to the nominees. So it is not an easy process to get nominated to be an Outstanding Airman of the Year or one of the Commander's Trophy nominees. So it was definitely a hard lot to choose through. I think a lot of people did great stuff this past year.
I have an idea for next year.
What are you thinking?
Cut this or leave it. But this really just came to me. You know how when somebody is crowned Miss America, the outgoing Miss America is there to put the crown on their head? We should have the winner of the previous year's category.
And the trophy.
I
like it. We should. So, great performances by everybody. And we also, our commander, General Brancato, he gave his commander's call. So it's our one time of the year that we all to get together as an entire wing, and that's our commander's chance to speak directly to the wing. And he had a lot of great things, important things to bestow upon us.
Definitely.
I think one of the big takeaways from his talk was it's still a few years till our A-10s are retired.
Right.
And the mission is going to continue. So I know a lot of people get a sense when we start talking about the new aircraft coming in, it's like, okay, this is, all right, buy A-10s, buy KC-135s. No, we have a mission, and that mission's going to continue. We still have deployments set up. Like it's...
Yeah, the A-10s, I think, are going to deploy at least one more time.
For sure. Exercises, the whole deal. And, of course, protecting the state of Michigan. So there's a lot to be excited about this airframe changing. And when you really get into looking at the capabilities of the KC-46, it gets me extremely excited.
Does it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What are you most excited about?
I'm most excited about the air mobility side of it, the troop transport, our ability to, serve as a carrier. And with that, the medical abilities, turning the back end of the KC-46 into a intensive care unit. I think that's extremely cool. The new boom pod in there is all electronic. That's going to be extremely interesting to see, though I will miss sitting down in the boom pod and looking at the ground from 40,000 feet.
That is pretty
this will be
exciting.
a tech leap for us. So. So they're very cool aircraft, and there's a ton of other specs. That's just what excites me.
Yeah, and they're a lot bigger than the 135s.
They are a lot bigger.
That really struck me when we had one on static display during the air show.
Really high, checked up really high off the ground. So
we'll see those tails over the buildings on the flight line.
That's right. So he got us ready. He psyched us up for the KC-46, but he also reiterated that our A-10 mission is continuing now for the next few years, but that the KC-46 is our future. We are going to be a KC-46 base in a few years.
In a few short years.
In a few short years. So, and then later this month,
what are we looking forward to?
It's actually going to be a short month in between the two drills. So
it will only be a couple weeks, really.
It's a couple weeks, and in between that, we have winter strike, prep for the next drill, and I might have a mission coming up, but we'll talk about that next month. I can't talk about that right now.
You know what? I'm excited about the fact that we're going to have Groundhog's Day during February drill.
That's right. That's right. We could all watch it live because we'll all be here.
Yeah.
When Puxatawny Phil.
After duty hours, of course.
After duty hours. Yes.
So, I was thinking, when you guys went up to winter strike a couple of years ago, it actually got snowed out, right?
Yeah, we got buried in snow up there, and the planes never landed.
Yeah, they ended up having to cancel the exercise because they were going to try and go from Alpena to Battle Creek at least to do some of those
hub and spoke stuff. Yeah,
ACE activities, and it got me to thinking about cold weather gear.
Yeah,
it would be so challenging to work on the flight line as a maintainer.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, I always immediately go to the conditions in the summertime, but the wintertime, it could be unbearable out there.
Right.
When our new airmen were here for their first winter, they asked, how do I get that? And I just assumed they're going to a winter base or going to a northern base that they would be issued that.
That would have come with their initial issue.
Right. In active duty, when you go to, if you're going to a cold tech school like I did, we got cold weather gear. But that was years ago, and active duty. This is not, it's different in the Guard. So how do we get cold weather gear? That's just the general question. How do we get cold weather gear?
Yeah, I have that question too, because as an AGR, I need like a new hat.
Right.
How do I do that?
I know we have a supply accounts.
Okay.
And I know that our 127th Mission Support Group, Logistics Readiness Squadron, Supply Warehouse is on top of that.
Yeah.
So you fill out a 105 order form, but it's been so long since I've done it.
You know what? We should go over there and check it out.
Should we make that this month's field trip?
Yeah, we should go into the field and check out LRS and the uniform.
I like it.
Issue.
I like it, and they can explain it.
Yeah,
we'll hear it from the horse's mouth.
Awesome. All right.
Awesome. I will give Master Sergeant Van Holt a call.
Okay.
And if he can take us, we're going to head over there right now.
And even if he doesn't answer, we'll show up anyway.
And we're just going to show up anyway.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. It's cold out here. It's only 25 degrees.
Only 25.
With the wind chill.
Blustery January day. So we're going into 105 now. where we've gone for years to get our uniform. So we got to ring the bell. That's right. Ring the bell.
I needed to.
They'll come get us. Oh, we are not wearing our parkas.
I am not wearing my gloves.
And it would have been a great idea if we did.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
So we're at the IEU office, Individual Equipment Unit.
It looks different from the last time. The last time I was here was when we were issued our OCPs.
4 years ago?
Yeah,
3 years ago?
About.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So a look at the warehouse.
It's smaller than I thought it was.
I think it's the lighting is a little different.
So can you introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Senior Airman Conway. I'm with the 127th LRS.
I am Master Sergeant Pello, also with the 127th LRS.
Awesome.
Great. So we're here because we are trying to order some new cold weather gear, and we were hoping that you could walk us through the process. What do we have to do first?
Cold weather gear is ordered through your unit, and so they have to verify that there's enough resources on your account for us to order the uniform.
You have to fill out a Form 44 and then just make sure it gets filled out properly. And again, you have to have the resources to order it.
Okay. So we turn that into you then?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any commander signature that needs to be on it?
Yes, so it has to be signed off by either your commander or your resource advisor, so that they're the ones who verify that there's resources on their account. So if they sign off on it, then we're sure that that particular order is authorized and we can place in the order.
What are some of the items that you can get when filling out a 44?
So anything that is specialized to your unit is often purchased or acquired through unit funding.
Okay.
So steel toe boots, any specialized goggles for the flyers, the suits, and all that stuff. So that includes cold weather gear.
Gotcha.
So what are some of the cold weather gear items that we could request on the 44?
The fleece jackets, there's the Gore-Texes, and the waffle shirts and pants and all that.
There's waffle pants?
Yes, they are.
I didn't know that. So I don't have all of my cold weather gear, apparently.
I'm realizing that too.
Waffle pants. I want the waffle pants. Oh,
I didn't know.
awesome. Okay, so once the form is filled out, we turn it in to IEU.
Yes.
Once the form's filled out and we turn it into IEU, what's the next step? What can we expect and when typically? I think a lot of people are like, well, when should we turn it in? When should we get it? When's the right time to order? All that stuff.
3 to 5 business days, right?
It's pretty much like Amazon, essentially.
No.
In a perfect world, that would be the case. But for right now, because of the issues we've had prior to with COVID, and the supply chain kind of got a little disrupted. So we've had a lot of back orders. So they've been trying to fill those orders first before they take in new orders. But right now, the wait time is still pretty long. Sometimes, depending on what you're ordering, it can range from at least 2 weeks to even a year.
Wow.
If the item is like severely back ordered.
Wow.
So it just depends on what the item is.
So it's probably in a member's best interest then to order this well before the season. Then.
Yes, it is. If you come in, especially cold weather gear. So
Sure.
if you come in a month, let's say November, December, expect that you probably get your cold weather gear sometime in the summer. Sometimes
Right.
that can happen.
For
So
sure.
you don't want that. So it would be prudent to come in a little early and order your cold weather gear, or at least make a request for your cold weather gear a little earlier on, at least in the warmer months, so that by the time winter rolls along, you're all set and ready to go.
Right. How do we know that our order's ready?
Oh, that
to
too,
pick up?
yeah.
So we do put out an email. We do send out an email to inform you that your order has come in. And once we do that, I know we have some that only come in during drill weekends. So if that's the time you get to see your email, you can pop right in, Building 105, and pick up your orders. And if you're a full-timer, most of the times people do come in within 2 to 3 business days and
Great.
collect their items.
Nice.
Easy.
That seems very easy, actually. Nice. I don't know how I've gone without waffle pants for so long. It's that easy.
I had one more question. I
What you
saw
got?
an email come from the commander about PT gear. What's that all about?
So basically, we have not been able to order any PT gear off our ordering system due to some changes that are being made to the PT uniform. So for now, they've discontinued the old uniform, so we cannot source it. So I believe that's why the commander had to put out an email stating that fact, that people can wear regular clothes because it's become a little hard to source PT gear. So once
Wow.
whatever supplies they had or in stock depleted, they're not going to replace the old uniform. So they have to switch to the new uniform.
Oh.
And that new uniform isn't ready for us yet. Is that right?
It is and it's not, because right now I think they're servicing the active duty people first with the new uniform, but hopefully they'll get to us soon so that we can also get the new PT uniforms.
And then who would we email to request forms and such?
Do you have an inbox for UEI?
We don't do
We
it.
do not have an inbox, but we do have POCs. That would be Sergeant Pello over here, Master Sergeant Pello. There's Staff Sergeant Cookson, and there's a civilian, Mr. Melosh.
Jay Melosh.
Yes.
And then Senior Airman Miller.
Yes, so those would be the people you would either email or give the form to.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for educating us on how to get cold weather gear.
No, you're welcome.
All right, now that we know, go forth, have a great drill, and stay warm.
Have a great drill.
Bye.
Bye.